Next lesson is solving simple inequalities. So the first thing we need to review is how to graph the solution set of an inequality. So we're going to graph x is greater than 5. So to do this, we have to throw down a number line. On every number line you ever do for me for an inequality, I require two things. 0 and the number of interest. Here, that would be 5. Sometimes that number of interest will be a fraction or a decimal. I don't care. Sometimes it'll be negative. I don't care. I want 0 and the number of interest. If it's a negative number, just make sure you put it on the left side of 0 where it belongs. Now, x is greater than 5, which means I want to show everything bigger than 5. Well, first I have to show that 5 is what I'm interested in, so I'm going to put a circle above 5. If this inequality were greater than or equal to, with the bar underneath of it, I would fill that circle in to show that 5 is allowed. This inequality doesn't say that. It says x has to be bigger than 5. So my question is, which direction are the numbers that are bigger than 5? And hopefully you would all say, to the right. So out of that circle, I put an arrow to the right. And that's how I graph x is greater than 5. Okay. We always put a circle above the number. If the inequality symbol has the or equal to bar underneath of it, we fill the circle in. Greater than inequalities point to the right, just like the greater than symbol does. And less than inequalities will point to the left, just like the symbol will. That is only true when the variable, the letter's on the left side. If it's not, I will show you how to deal with that when it happens. So a reminder here, open circle, which is what that is just a circle to indicate strictly less than or strictly greater than. A filled in circle for the or equal to's, shading the direction the arrow points. This is what I just said. So an inequality is a statement that compares two quantities. An algebraic inequality is an inequality that has a variable, and the solution set is the set of all values for which an inequality is true. We're going to solve some inequalities and graph some solution sets. So solving is just like solving an equation. I see plus 7, I will subtract 7. That gets me x is less than 3. The inequality sign just comes along. So how am I ever going to show that? Remember, on my number lines, I have to put 0 and the number of interest, which here is 3. I put a circle above the 3. This inequality does not have an or equal to bar on it, so I leave that circle empty. And it's less than would be to the left. That's it. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Nothing to really worry about here, folks. It's just taking one additional thing and drawing this number line. T minus 3 is less than or equal to 22. Okay, well, I see subtraction, so I'm going to add to solve. That gets me t is less than or equal to 25. This is why I do my number lines the way I do. I need 0 and I need 25. I don't need you to spend 3 minutes labeling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, or 24. I need 0 and 25. So 25 is the number of interest. And here, this inequality has the or equal to. So we will actually fill that circle in. It's a less than inequality, so its arrow comes out to the left. This is 6 times n, so to solve it, I'm going to divide both sides by 6. That gets me n is greater than or equal to 4. Cool. I put 0 and I put 4 on a number line. Above the 4, I put a circle, and because of the or equal to, I will fill that circle in. Greater than goes that way. Now this next problem could be a little tricky because the variable's on the wrong side. The letter W is on the right side of the inequality symbol. That can be a problem for us later. There's an easy solution to it. Flip the whole thing around. Bring that W over 2 to the left. Bring the 5 to the right. And keep the inequality sign pointing at the W. Flip it around. Now, this will be a lot nicer to deal with. It's a division problem. W over 2 is division. So to solve, I will multiply both sides by 2. That'll get me W is less than 10. Cool. I put down 0 and 10 on a number line. Circle above 10. Don't fill it in because this is just less than, no or equal to. Less than gets an arrow to the left.